Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Adnan and I am a student in the University of Human Development. Today I will explain the subject which is called Difference Between AI and Robotics. So when you ask an ordinary person this question, what is AI? The answer will be with high percentage is robot. But this is wrong. In this video inshallah I will correct this misconception. Artificial intelligence and robot are both really important trends, but they are not the same. Robotics is a part of AI. Sometimes people feel that there is an overlap between them. Basically, artificial intelligence is an area of computer science that help us to develop computer programs that can learn by themselves, so you either feed them a data and they learn from this data, or you use sensors and inputs to help algorithms learn by themselves. While robotics is a field of engineering that is basically focused on building and operating robots, so mechanical tools that can do things autonomously. We have seen in manufacturing for a long time where we have tools that can build cars, but we also now have very advanced robots that can do almost anything, and this is where the overlap between those two fields come. That we now can combine artificial intelligence and robotics, where basically the robot is the body and artificial intelligence is the brain. So if you think about this, in past we had robots for a long time building things like cars, but they have been dumb and couldn't really intelligently make decisions. Nowadays we can give those robots sensors, and we can give those robots also things like cameras that acts as their eyes, and we add artificial intelligence to this equation as the brain, and suddenly you have an artificially intelligent robot. And this is where all advances have come from robotics. If you think about drone, for example, as robot, the brain, the artificial intelligence makes this drone fly autonomously. We now have self-driving cars, again combining robotics and AI. So a good real example is a raspberry picking robot. Basically, in the past, it would have been impossible for a robot to pick a raspberry. If you think about those delicate fruit, and every bush looks different, the location of the raspberry is different, how to gently pick it, and people basically felt that you need humans with their dexterity to do this. However, now by combining artificial intelligence and robotics, you can achieve this. You can have a raspberry picking robot that use machine vision, so a camera to detect where the raspberry are, and then uses a robotic arm with lots of sensors to pick up the raspberry perfectly, not to push it too hard, and then place it somewhere in the container. And this is a really good illustration of how far autonomous robots have now come. And basically we now also have the ability of what we call reinforcement learning. So instead of feeding machine lots of data to recognize a raspberry, you let the machine learn things by experience. So now we can use reinforcement learning. This is almost learning by experience. So recently we had robot that is basically monitoring the environment, that is learning by itself to start walk, and each failure reinforces a learning point. Each success of this was a successful step. This self-perpetuating learning cycle, where robots can almost learn like children to do things like speaking and walking, and this is the last evolution of this, of combining AI, artificial intelligence and robotics. So to recap, they are not the same. I hope this video were useful for you. Thanks for watching and take care.